Hello, welcome back. If anyone enjoyed watching my last makeup test review of the Poundworld one, then you should enjoy today's. It's a Makeup Revolution review. I'm going to test it by putting on pieces that I would use on an everyday basis and just review them against Poundworld and against my normal everyday makeup. So enjoy. So I've already primed and I've already done my eyebrows. The reason is that the primer I'm using is the Loreal mattifying Infallible base thing, and that's not Makeup Revolution. And the other one is Makeup Revolution. It's the brow arch and shape pencil pen thing. But I actually also use a collection eyebrow palette to fill in my eyebrows. I literally just use this to draw the lines. So I didn't want to give that a proper review when I don't use it properly. First product, which is the One Foundation. This is the Makeup Revolution The One Foundation. It claims to adapt to skin tone and texture, provide full coverage, is buildable and has a matte finish. And I got this in the shade 3, which is actually a really good match for me. The only concern, or the main concern I have, is that it is very, very watery, as I will show you now. I kind of went by swatches on the website and a 1 and a 2 just looked too light even for me, but I've got a feeling this might be a little bit too orange, but we'll try it. It's in like a little pipette bottle. It's really, really, really soft to squeeze, so I'd be careful with that. And again, it's got this little nozzle, so I'm just going to pump some onto my hand and use my brush to apply it that way. Oh, it's very, very watery. I don't think I'm going to be able to put that on my hand. I don't know how I'm going to do this. Let's try and zoom in so you guys can see. The only problem with this is being able to apply it. It's so watery, I can't put it on my hand to... As soon as I put it on my hand, it just disperses everywhere. So I just need to load up my brush with it. Horrible, it's okay, it's just really watery and I don't know if I could get used to wearing something that's so watery because it's just a nightmare to apply. I suppose making it watery makes it a bit easier to blend, and it's definitely not attaching to any of my dry patches, so that's a plus. I wanted to make this another review video because my Poundworld one has done so well. I didn't want to buy products that I knew I wasn't going to use again because I'm buying them out of my own money and I want to be able to use them and try them the way that a normal person would. So I didn't buy powder or anything like that because I have my favourite powders that I'll still use religiously now. So yeah, I didn't get that. So the next thing we're going to go on to is probably eyeshadow. And I've got a few here, so I'm just going to choose random colours, I think. I might go for a simple look and then I'll do a couple of Revolution makeup looks in the next few weeks. So I'm going to use the Welcome to Pleasuredome palette, and it's a Salvation palette. This palette is called Welcome to Pleasuredome and it comes with 12 shimmers and 6 mattes. It also comes with an applicator brush if you choose to use it. There's quite a mix actually as well, and I'll try and read out the names of them as I'm using them. I'm just going to go for quite a simple nude look for this, so nothing too fancy, it's just so that you can see how they work. And I'm going to go in with the first shimmer, which is called Welcome to Pleasuredome. Building a bit, but that could be because I don't have a primer on my eyelids or any foundation on there to kind of hold it in place, but for a base coat you can see the difference. Palettes are really cheap as well. I think they were £6 each, which I think's a bargain considering you get like 18 colours. I'm then gonna go in with the shade Moving On, which is a slightly darker coppery brown colour. Just gonna blend that in. Like I said, I don't want too much of a heavy look, so something quite natural will do. These palettes do come with their own applicators and brushes, but I'm not really a fan of using ones that come with palettes. I haven't tried it myself, it might be okay, but they're the little spongy things that I'm really not a fan of. To make these reviews based on an everyday makeup look that I would do, and for me a lot of the time an everyday makeup look is bronzes, it's goldy shimmers, it's autumnal colours all year round really for me, which is why I'm sticking to these colours. I know it's a safe bet and I know I can review them against my everyday makeup. I'm now going to go in with the Makeup Revolution thing. I actually used this at the weekend and I'm not saying I'm a fan of it because it's a bit hard to apply. It's got this weird little spongy brush applicator, but it's not that bad, it does last. It feels like it's scratching your eyelid as you're applying it, which isn't the best feeling. Like I said, it's really not that bad, it's just scratches and it hurts a bit to apply. Okay, so that's the liquid liner applied. It's not terrible, like I said, it applies fine. It takes a few layers sometimes and it scratches when you put it on. It's got this weird little spongy nib thing, but other than that it does the job. It does last, kind of. I wore it to a Halloween party on Saturday and it done most of the night, but I did have black eyeshadow all over my eyelids so I couldn't really see to test, but I think it'll do. For £1.50 it's not bad. Next I'll go on to the mascara, which is the Revolution Amazing Volume Mascara. And I've not actually tried this yet. I bought a different one the other day, the one that everyone's raving about. What is it? The Maybelline Lash Sensational is the one I got. So I haven't tried this yet, but the brushes look relatively similar and I actually think this might be better than I think. It's not a super wet mascara, which I actually like. I hate them when they're really wet and they feel quite gloopy and then you worry that you're going to clog your eyelashes up. This is quite thin based. It doesn't feel dry, but it doesn't feel like you're caking your lashes as well, which I like. See, the problem is I wear liquid liner so thick that you can't really see mascara anyway, but I still like to wear it. Over and over again of getting them to look the same, and one will always be bigger and thicker than the other, but I don't care. And I think this mascara was £1. I will check and I'll put links and everything down below. I got a stupid amount for £30, so I really couldn't complain, and I'm using all of it. And like I said, I'm going to do some looks for you guys. This is just an everyday look in comparison to the Poundworld one and in comparison to my normal everyday look. Yeah. So the next one I'm going to go on to is lips. This is the Salvation Velvet Lacquer by Makeup Revolution, and it's in the shade Velvet Vamp. I did try to use this last weekend and I used way too many layers on it, so I do recommend just one thin layer. It really does the job. It's really high quality and it stays on for a long time as well. My lips are not in the best condition as well at the moment, so it kind of comes out like that. It smells really chemically as well, but meh. was using the one coat. I did actually use one of these on Saturday. I used the darkest one, and I layered and layered and layered, and then I pressed my I then pressed my lips together and it all came off. It dried and just peeled. So I wouldn't recommend using layers and layers. Maybe just do the one layer, let it dry, see how it is, and then maybe apply another one if you need to. I think these are more of something that you put over the top of lipsticks as well, as opposed to using them on their own, because they're not entirely thick consistency. And like I said, they do just peel off. So I'm assuming you put a lipstick on underneath and then you put this on top. So that is all the makeup I have. Like I said, I do have quite a few more bits, but I'm going to try them in other videos, otherwise this would just be ridiculously long. So in comparison, I actually really like the makeup. I can't feel like I'm wearing the foundation at all. And if we do some close-ups, I mean, it hasn't covered all of my red patches that I have here and these weird dark patches that I have, but at the same time I don't feel like I've caked my face in makeup, which I like. The lip gloss thing it's drying fine. The palettes I really recommend. You could get so many different styles out of them, it's ridiculous. Like I said, they have 16 shades in each, 8 mattes, 12 shimmers. That doesn't make 16. Yeah, the mascara is really good. It's not all wet and gloopy. The liquid liner, if you need a cheap one, it will do. It does the job, but I would recommend you actually go to somewhere like Poundland or Poundworld, like I said before, and get one of theirs. It is a bit shinier, but it doesn't hurt to put on, which is a bonus for me. So I hope you liked this video. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to me if you're new. I will be doing more of these recommendation videos because you guys seem to really like the last one I did. And I'll see you next week. Bye! Can we all appreciate the fact that it's 8:10 in the morning and I've already filmed a video? That's commitment.